Hey guys, just got a quick unboxing video for you. I got two more Chainsaw Man figures. So we got the Denji Nendoroid. This oh, thought something didn't feel right. There we go. Blade was not in the crevice, even though it seemed like it was. There we go. At least I don't have to rush this unboxing like I have been on my haul videos. It looks like there's actually some foam around the tongue there. There we go. Get the tongue back in. Even the tongue's on its own joint. I got some blood spatter. We got one of Denji's facial expressions. You got an arm pulling the chainsaw cord. There's two chainsaw arms, obviously. And we're gonna be just building him as Chainsaw Man because obviously that's the more funny design. I mean, look at this. I just love it. It's great. And then we also have a tiny little Pochita to add to our collection. This will be our third Pochita between the 1-to-1 scale, the one that came with the Figma, and now this one. Starting a little Pochita collection. I did see there's a noodle stopper that looked really cute. I think it comes in like 3 variants, so I might get that as well. Okay, get in this situation where everything wants to disconnect except the part with the plastic on it. Can we just tear this off? There we go. Alrighty. There's a consistent issue I've had with Nendoroids is certain joints are just really hard to get off. There's the base. Let's get the base. And it tends to be those waist joints that are the worst. I gotta get all this stuff out of my way. There we go. Okay, let's crack this open. A lot of times with them, you try to disconnect them at the waist and the legs just keep popping off and you can't get a grip on the waist because it's so tiny. Guess maybe I just need smaller hands. Looks like we got maybe some extra legs, I assume. So these are like extra leg joints or something. I'm not actually sure. Yeah, nothing on the box is telling me. Let me look at the instructions. Let's see what those leg joints are for. I do not see. Okay, they are just for bent legs. These little pieces are just plugs. Usually their plugs are clear, so it kind of threw me off. I thought it was some weird kind of joint, but no. They just have plugs in them. Regular bent legs. Don't know why you gotta confuse me like that, Good Smile. Come on. Which one is this? This is a Max Factory Nendoroid. Who made this one? I'm seeing as Mappa and Good Smile, unless I'm missing something. So yeah, Good Smile. Don't mess with me like that. I probably will want the bent legs on this one for the more dynamic pose. So let's get these plugs out. Yeah, these are very different plugs than I've seen. I guess because they're tiny little ball joints. Usually the feet are not on ball joints. Okay, careful pulling this out. There we go. At least the legs come out easily. unlike the waist. There's 1 foot off. There's the other. Where did that leg go? Okay. Not sure which is right or left, so I might accidentally do this backwards and have to fix it later, but looks all right. And then the chainsaw arms are going to be on the elbow joints. All right. This is actually a separate head. I'm not used to that. Can I get this joint out is the question. Loosened it there. It's slowly coming out. There we go. Always a bit of a pain. Leg got turned around here. There we go. Let's give him his chainsaw arms. Get his stand on here. Looks like it's this end. Okay, here's another one of these that wants to be stubborn. Going in the hole. I'm gonna have to force this one in. It's a consistent issue with Nendoroids. Alright, wasn't too bad. Pose him a little bit better when I put him on my shelf. And I'm wondering if there's another cord piece, because otherwise there's just a weird hole in his chest. Did I miss a cord piece? No, it looks like you just use the tie to cover it otherwise, so the tie can swing to the side or not. So you just cover the hole with the tie like that. And then the blood, let's see how we attach the blood. Looks like the blood just goes over the chainsaw. It just like slides over it, but it's kind of a tight fit. There we go. Yeah, so that's how you do the blood effect. I think I kind of like it just showing the chainsaw though, so I'm going to leave him like that for now. Put Pochita down there. No way to get him to stay though. There we go. And then we only have one more figure, but we're going from smallest to largest in terms of scales. I mean, I guess it does get a little bit larger, but not much, because if I can get to it here, the next thing that we're going to open is the Makima bunny, which you can't even see even at the very edge of the table. So let me stand up, show off this box before we open it. Here's the Makima bunny. This is going to be my last bunny for a bit. Everything else is pre-ordered, I think, next year. I'll have to double check, but I think next year is the next time I'm going to get another bunny figure, so. Last one for a little while. I was on the fence about getting her, but Just like with the Junko Bunny, I like her well enough, and I have a feeling that she's going to be popular, so this one might not depreciate in value as much as a lot of other bunnies. But regardless, I'm not getting too many Makima figures, and I do like this one, so if I'm only going to get a couple, I might as well get some of the better ones, and in my opinion, this is one of the better ones. The best one is probably the one with her with the bloodstains putting on the jacket, if you guys have seen that one. That one is a little bit expensive for what it is. I'm still on the fence. If I'm going to get one more Makima, it would probably be that one. The rest of them I think are pretty mid. Flip her. There we go. Stuff off. It's like her base is not obnoxiously large. It's got a matte finish to it instead of the normal glossiness. I definitely always prefer matte finish. So that's a pleasant surprise. Got a little bit more plastic. There we go. That. And get our plugs out. How do these line up? It's this one. That's this one. And let's see if her feet want to line up at all. This is the issue that I've had with every single freeing bunny that I've gotten so far, is the feet do not like to line up with the pegs properly. And it's a struggle getting them onto the base. Yep, here we go again. Having to bend the legs and force everything into place to get these. I want to just do this one first and then bend the other one into place. Don't like having to apply this much force, but they are pretty sturdy and flexible. It's not the worst. There we go. Okay. It's still very difficult to get her entirely flush with her base, but I think that's the best that we're gonna do. Looks good enough. I understand that it's difficult to get everything perfect, but when you pay as much as you do with these bunnies, you expect a certain level of quality, and part of that level of quality that I personally expect is that it'll fit nicely onto its base, and so far that has been an issue that they seem to struggle with. Everything else about the figure seems fine. I'm gonna kind of lower her down a little bit. She is extremely well endowed, as most freeing bunnies tend to be compared to their actual character designs. It's not egregious, but I would prefer it. I don't think, well, to be fair, it's more the clothes that she wears. She is kind of large in that department, so maybe it's more accurate than it looks, but I'm just not a huge fan of that type of character design. Typical freeing bunny design otherwise, but she does have the tie, which is nice. She fits in with Power. In fact, let's get a shot of them together before I close out this video. So here's Power and Makima together. I believe, let's see, who's taller? Looks like Makima is slightly taller, but Power's like the way she's standing, her pose is a little bit different. She's not standing quite as straight up, so they may be about the same height. Power is certainly more substantial. Her base is larger. I did not notice, it looks like hers is also matte. I don't think I noticed that in the unboxing video when I did. So, in any case, that's it for this one. Just a quick little update. Oh, before I forget, before I close out, I was going to show off the shelf at the end of this video. So let's put these away. We're actually going to take the camera with us. Let's take this on a journey real quick. Let's see. You still good? All right. Let's get our Nendoroid. Put him up here for a second. Hanging out with all the ladies. And we've got all of our bunnies. And here is the Chainsaw Man shelf. Can go ahead and put our Denji Nendoroid in here. Going to be changing this up slightly now that I have him, so it's not going to be exactly like this, and I am going to change the Denji Nendoroid, but there we go. There's the Chainsaw Man shelf. You can see how I did the Nendoroids. I appreciate the fact that these pop-up parades have such small bases, so I can fit all 4 of these together so neatly. And you still do have one more power scale coming. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Hopefully see you in the next one. Bye.